Right then, all my ankles.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
50, remember? And you said I couldn't do them.
Yep.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Writing to my mum, telling you address.
Have you seen what the kids are doing here?
It's a sample book, was it?
It's only a borrowed sample book. Look at the state. Yeah, give me them. Don't make it any worse. Thanks, babe.
I was cutting that.
I didn't know it was borrowed.
Yeah, well, you could have asked, couldn't you?
Don't cut that book up, kids. It's only borrowed.
Come on. It's time you two went and got dressed anyway. Go on, take your sister and go get dressed. Go ahead.
They're not in the army. Wouldn't do any harm in their jammers. What's that? For me moving in on the front page, are they?
Yeah, something like that.
Charming.
38.
Oh, Frank, you better stop at 40 before you do yourself an injury.
39.
Oh.
40.
40. Oh, I said I'd do 50. You count up.
All right, come on. 40. 41.
That's 42.
You only came halfway off.
I'll give us a break.
43. 44. Yeah. 48.
I hope no one's listening to this. You sound like a rampant moose. They're going to throw a bucket of water over us.
9. 50.
50. 50. Oh, yes. Yeah. I knew I could do it, love. Oh, my stomach's gone like jelly.
It's not jelly, love. It's flat.
Oh, not bad for me age, though, mate. Hey, look at that. Ah, this rock. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I feel like I've got a water bottle strapped to me front.
Yeah, well, now you know what it feels like being pregnant.
Hey, I'm not that bad yet. Oh, I think my back's gone.
Oh, it's just your age, love. You just have to accept it.
Oh, I could go in for one of them plastic surgery jobs. Do you know when you stick a vacuum cleaner inside and suck out all the fat?
Oh, do you mind?
I've got too much time on my hands, that's the problem. I eat too much.
Well, I'll put a padlock on the fridge then, shall I?
I could get my jaw wide up.
That's more like it. At least it'd shut you up.
I can still talk with my gob wide up, you know.
Well, maybe if you went on a diet, we could save money on food.
Plenty of grass out here if we go short.
Not that there's much chance of that, not without Jeff's appetite.
Well, he's in training, isn't he? I should be getting out there and showing him what real training's like.
Hey, not if it gives you an appetite like his.
I could set up a circuit in the garden.
We can't afford 2 walking distance while we're both out of work.
Not heard from that liking firm yet.
Well, I've only got your application form this morning.
I thought if they were desperate, they might have been in touch, you know.
You give them a chance.
Hey, if me and Jeff started training together, we could be company for each other, couldn't we?
Only if our Jeff had trained in slow motion.
All right, let's give us a hand up. Love, don't leave me out here.
Do you know, it's a terrible sight. A once proud man brought to his knees by the scourge of unemployment.
All right, Chris. Give us a hand up. Don't leave me out. Oh, man. Oh.
All right, Frank.
All right, mate. Oh, I'd get up, but I can't.
You all right?
I'm just trying to get fit, you know.
Looks like it, I know.
I've got a bit of a way to go, yeah.
Look, have you seen the free sheet?
I won't have the strength to turn the pages.
Don't have to turn any pages, Frank.
Do you want coffee or tea? Coffee, please. He's getting a bit overtired. Do you mind if I put him down somewhere? Help yourself. The letter's on top of my bag. I'll see you in a minute, hopefully.
There's a pair of idle hands here trying to avoid temptation by the devil.
All right, Billy boy. Just thought I'd drop by, you know. Give you the benefits of my expertise, kid.
You're not stopping me at dinner, all right?
Oh.
Did your kids want any help with this or what?
No trouble, that tree. We'll have it up in no time, girl.
So I can get on with the serious business of putting my feet up then.
Listen, you can go and soak your bunions, all right? Because in half an hour, we'll be ready for the official unveiling ceremony and a nice cup of tea, OK?
Good job I don't get married every week. Really takes it out of you, you know.
What was that?
Hey, he's got a few problems without these. He's got all the nuts and bolts in them, hasn't he?
Yeah, what? Skilled labour like us behave. Come here, Einstein, where do you want it?
Put him in your bed. I hope that's all right. You looked really tiny.
It's a big bed. It's not going to roll off, is he?
No. I stacked up enough pillows around him. Did you read the letter?
You once told me Terry was totally, completely and utterly the nicest guy you'd ever met.
Well, he was. Well, he still is, really. So what do you think?
You want to know what I really think?
That's why I'm here.
I think he's got a real cheek.
After all I've put him through.
It should be you filing for divorce because of ill treatment, or whatever they call it.
But come on, Jenny. I led him on for a year thinking Daniel was his baby.
And what did he do to you? He hit you, right? He threw you out in the street. He burnt your personal property.
Yeah, well, he was so wound up. What can you expect? Come on.
You want to come on yourself for a change, Sue. It was at least 3 or 4 days after he threw you out that I saw you. And you were still terrified.
Oh, I was a little bit shaken up, I know. But, I mean, he didn't really hit me, not properly.
I saw the bruises, don't forget. He could have really hurt you, you know.
Yeah, he could have killed me, never mind anything else. And you know what? The stupid thing that's given me a little bit of hope was the fact he didn't.
Well, he didn't throw his arms around you and forgive you either, did he?
Well, he was totally confused and upset, though, wasn't he? Must have been bad enough finding out he wasn't Daniel's father. But coping with the fact he can never have children of his own must have really done his head in.
That didn't give him the right to do your head in with his fists. And in public. Humiliating you like he did.
Yeah, well, it's nothing compared to the way that I've humiliated him, though, was it?
Sue, will you stop apologising for him? It's not sunk in yet, has it? He wants to divorce you. He's not inviting you off on holiday.
Come on, Jenny, I'm not stupid. I know what a divorce is.
Well, for a start, then, is he going to want access to Daniel?
Well, he hasn't said he does in so many words.
Yeah, but he took the kid once. He must have some deep feelings for him.
Well, all I know is he's only pretending Daniel doesn't exist and that he's nothing to do with him.
Is he going to contest for custody?
He wouldn't stand a chance. He's not the father.
He wouldn't do anything spiteful, would he?
Like what?
Getting Daniel taken into care.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you are not emotionally fit or stable enough at the moment to look after him.
Of course I am.
Well, if you are, I'm afraid you're not making a very good show of it. If I was the custody judge, I wouldn't be too impressed.
Anything good on the telly tonight, look?
No, not really. Same old stuff. Oh, there's a documentary I want to watch on VJ Day.
Let's forget the war, Willie. Unless he wants to buy Japs tellies. Nice, I'll see you in a bit then, love. I'm just going to take this down the shop site. See if any more newspapers are picking up the stories. Tell them about all the local people kicking up about it.
I don't suppose you'll be knocking on any doors looking for work while you're out, will you?
I'm waiting for them liking people to get in touch with me, aren't I? All this waiting round's doing me head in. At least doing this, I'm keeping myself out of trouble and doing something useful. See you later, love.
All right.
Look at the state I've got myself into, Jenny. It wouldn't be so bad if I'd only ruined my own life. If I hadn't been so selfish in the first place, I'd have told Terry. And if he really loved me, maybe he'd have accepted it. And maybe we could have lived together knowing all about it. And maybe it wouldn't have mattered.
Sue, will you listen to yourself? You're too old for fairy stories. You can't go back and live your life all over again.
When I went back to see Terry, Daniel knew straight away where we were, who he was. And he was all upset for the rest of the evening after we'd left. And you know, I took Daniel there on purpose just to see how Terry handled it. What kind of a woman am I to do that to a little baby, never mind a grown man?
Hey, come on. Any friend of mine has got to be something special, or they don't last. At least you're not on your own.
I will be when he's divorced me. There's been a few times in the last few weeks when I felt as if I should have been burned at the stake or something. What am I going to do?
Oh, thanks very much. Why'd you give me all the easy questions?
Got to start somewhere.
Okay. First things first. Forget love. Forget all your regrets and guilt. Forget Terry as a human being even. And just deal with the immediate problem of the divorce proceedings. So if we're going to treat it like buying a house or something, we're going to need someone who knows all the ins and outs and loopholes.
Like you.
Oh, no. It's not Terry who sent you that letter. It sounds brutal because it's drawn up by a solicitor. So you know the score now. Terry's not actually climbed in the ring to go 15 rounds with you. He's sent his solicitor instead.
Do you think that's because he still loves me? Deep down?
I don't think you can afford to think that way anymore. If you want to stand any chance of coming out in one piece, you're going to have to get yourself a solicitor. And preferably a better one than Terry's.
Shouldn't this be the other way round?
But we'd know if we had the instructions, wouldn't we?
Look, here, stick it through the hole there while it's all lined up. Go on,
Where?
in that one there.
All right, they're too small, these.
Oh,
Look.
look, I told you not to use these from work. They're going to get all mixed
Look,
up.
it's got to be the wrong way up. Look at that.
No, listen, didn't you look on the extension floor for the instructions?
No, I didn't.
Do you know something? You have got the brain of a demented fennec. They might have fallen off, mightn't they, eh? Listen, Sheila, here, you hang on to it and I'll go and have a quick scan round, all right?
No, I'll go and have a look. I'll leave you two geniuses to do it.
Well, come on then, Einstein. You'd still be building the pyramids if you'd have been on the crew.
How are you feeling now?
Bit better.
So what did your mum make of all this?
Well, she hasn't known who to mother most, me or Danny. She even tried to talk to Terry for me. I had to stop her from taking mistaken kidney pie one day. She baked it and everything. I swear I'll file for divorce from her the way things are going.
What it sounds like you need is a friend called Jenny with a nice little flat and a liking for lodgers.
Anything would be better than listening with Mother every morning.
Oh, thank you very much. Don't jump at the chance to sit across the breakfast table from me.
Jenny, I've got a 1-year-old mobile destroyer. He opened all the shopping last week and rubbed half a packet of Weetabix into the carpet before I got to him.
So I've got a few ornaments that go back in their boxes for a while. That's not exactly going to ruin my life.
Yeah, but come on, Jenny. Having me and the teething monster around is going to ruin any romantic evenings you might get yourself into.
Just between you and me, there's cobwebs on my condom box, so we don't have to worry on that score. You're welcome to stay, you know.
I couldn't promise it'd be a laugh a minute.
You don't need to promise anything.
Danny wakes up at night and cries sometimes, you know.
I know the feeling. Look, dead straight. Move in. Even if it only ends up a week. Even if it ends up 6 months.
Oh, you're brilliant, you are.
So you're going to move in, right?
Only if you promise to throw us out as soon as you get fed up of us.
Promise. I think we'll leave that to the big strong men of this world. Throwing defenceless women out on the street.
How's the instructions?
No. Looked in all the boxes, all the packages. Seemed a shame to throw this away.
Surely we're stuck on the box, you know.
Hang on, let me have a look, eh? Go on.
Come on, let's see how you're getting on.
Getting on great.
Taking it all down again.
So we can put it all back up again. Hey, look, mate.
What?
What's this?
What's what?
In your back pocket here.
Oh, yeah, right.
The assembly instructions.
Yeah, there. Wonder how they got there.
I don't believe you. Hey, Sheila, have you seen what this brainless wonder's got here? Come on, you, let's get some grafting. I want this up this week. It's not a Christmas present, you know.
It is his kid, though. And you could prove that with blood tests, couldn't you? Think about the thickness of his wallet, if nothing else.
I don't want to get into any of that kind of stuff. Martin means absolutely nothing to me. I thought I could make a career as a legal executive, so did he.
Sounds impressive. What is it?
Well, as a legal executive, I'd have legal responsibility. Make a bigger contribution to the office. All the legal executives I know, irreplaceable. Anyway, he encouraged and he flattered me. And I liked that, didn't I? I liked being stroked and patted on the head. So I started to give him a bit of encouragement back. When we had the affair, I felt something. I convinced myself that he'd made a mistake marrying Janice and that he'd divorce her and marry me and sweep me off. How naive can you get? And when he came back, well, all I was a cheap little Christmas cracker. And I'm prepared to bet I wasn't the only one who pulled that Christmas. All he did was flatter me. At least Terry loved me. Before all this. I'm not going crawling after Martin for money. It's my fault, it's my problem, and I've got to deal with it myself.
It was your fault he left you pregnant.
It's my fault for being so stupid.
Look, you've got to start making some decisions to protect yourself. If you don't want to protect yourself, do it for Daniel. You're obviously not prepared to take Terry on and get him to pay something up for Daniel. But you could quite easily go to Martin and legitimately tell him he's the father. Tell him you can prove it and ask him for a private maintenance settlement. It goes on all the time.
There's only one problem, Jen. I still love Terry. And I still want him to be Daniel's dad.
Let's get one thing straight about you and Terry. You've got this little picture in your mind of you and him sitting by the fire, full of love and forgiveness, haven't you? As if nothing's ever happened. But it's not going to be like that, is it?
Why did I come round here and get all this reality stuck in my face? Why didn't I just stick with talking to Mum?
Because she'd have given you a spoonful of sugar and told you it'll all be all right in the morning. You came round here, or at least I hope you did, because you wanted someone to be honest with you.
I couldn't have the spoonful of sugar instead.
Too late, Sue. All this guilt and everything that you're carrying around with you, you can't just expect it to go away overnight.
I know that, Jen. It's like being ill sometimes. It's physical. I'm really clear on the guilt thing. I've got that for the rest of my life.
Do I deserve a kiss, then?
What for?
Getting the kids up, getting them washed and dressed, making them eat a proper breakfast, doing things the way Mick likes it.
I suppose we could sneak a little one then.
All right, Frank. Oh, all right, Mick, yeah.
What's up, Liz?
Oh, not really, yeah. Hello there. I was just going to say there's loads going on down by the shops. There's all kinds of reporters down there and one of them reckons there's an old chemical dump and all the developers done is surface over it with hardcore.
Did it say how long it'll be before it be clear?
It's going to take weeks, isn't it? I tried to have a shower on the bosses, but he wasn't having any of it. At least they're covering up so the kids can't get near it.
I hope they know what they're doing, Frank.
Yeah, so do I. See you later then, eh?
Yeah, all right, see you later, Frank. This kid got really sick from falling in that river, you know.
Serves her right for playing what she shouldn't.
She was cleaning up because it's such a dump. She's only 13 or something, and there she is cleaning up an eyesore.
You're a bit big as I saw in them shorts, you mean?
Yeah, well, put us grown-ups to shame, kids like that do.
People dump stuff all over the place. It's not worth writing to the Queen about, is there?
Look, it's chemical waste. Them fellas have spent years pumping all kinds of poisonous rubbish into the ground, and now we live here and being told not to worry.
And sunbathing can give you cancer. Yeah, I know. I read the papers.
Do you remember that Chernobyl day? You were worried then, weren't you?
I was pregnant with Gemma, wasn't I? I was bound to be worried with loads of radioactive stuff falling on us.
And I kept watching it on the news.
I remember wondering if she'd be damaged by it, yeah?
And they told us that the wind was blowing it all this way. And they coloured in that cloud. So we were at the windows looking for clouds, remember?
I wasn't.
Was it J.D. Season, remember? And old Tommy Davis. I like watching him at the depot. You remember the little half fellow with the blue nose? You know, he sat there every day looking out for that dust cloud or whatever it is. I mean, he thought it'd be like mustard gas or something and he'd see it coming.
What's Chernobyl going to do with the stupid river?
Well, that's not a river down there now, love. It's a poisonous old industrial sewer.
It's just a river, isn't it? If you want to go for a swim, go down the pool. It won't harm you if you don't go near it.
Look, but how do we know, eh? I mean, we don't know what's in there, do we? I mean, we look down and we see water. But it's not water, is it? It's been poisoned, but we can't see it. It's just like that Chernobyl cloud. We couldn't see that. We didn't know what damage that was doing to us. Look, when that radiation cloud came over North Wales, it was raining, right? And they had the farmers on the news. And they were just stood there, all lost. They didn't know whether they'd survive, never mind the sheep. And what the government do, they just said, don't worry. I bet they're still telling them that now. I'd been downtown shopping with our Leo, and I was bringing him home in a pushchair. And we stopped off in the shop doorway to get out the rain. And I looked down at his little face, and it was covered in these little raindrops. Just perfect little raindrops on a perfect little face.
You should get a job writing verses and birthday cards, you.
But look, I mean, I didn't know what to do, did I? I didn't know whether it would do him any damage or not. I mean, I know it was only raindrops, but they'd been poisoned. I know it was just an innocent little kid covered in rain. But you know all I kept thinking about?
Go on, what?
I just kept thinking about that big Hiroshima cloud and all them people that died. Because they wouldn't have seen what it was that killed them, would they?
That's typical of you, that. It rains in North Wales and you start digging bomb shelters.
Look, all I want is for my kids to grow up safe and healthy, that's all.
Well, your kids, are they? I don't remember you getting stitched up and walking like a penguin for 2 weeks.
Well, it's not that I want them to be millionaires or pop stars or anything fancy.
And I want them to be mass murderers, I suppose.
I just want them to have a life they can enjoy, that's all.
Like us.
Look, I want them to have a life they can live that's worth living.
Like us.
When are we going to see Harry? I want to see the puppies.
As soon as I've built up enough courage, son. Don't worry, I won't go without you.
You really shouldn't have to go begging his permission, you know. You should just tell him you're redecorating.
Look, Harry survived World War II. And if it comes down to World War III over me redecorating and not telling him, then my money would be on him to survive and not me.
You'd survive. You'd do well enough without me.
Yeah, well, kids wouldn't know, would they?
The kids are all right. They got short memories. They think everything's normal when we're split up. And 5 minutes later, they think everything's normal when we're back together again.
Are we going to last longer than 5 minutes this time?
Well, I am.
The photos have come. It's real.
What is?
You and me, Mr. and Mrs.
Let's have a look. Hey, they're a bit small, aren't they?
You've got to choose which ones we want.
I know. Since it's a special occasion, we'll take the lot, eh?
Stay with us as we go through the keyhole with Lloyd Grossman and David Frost in just a couple of minutes.